Hello everyone, welcome back. Let's quickly solve a commonly asked interview question. I'm going to use Java for this video, but you can use any programming language of your choice. So given an array of integer, we want to sort the array such that all the even numbers come first and all the odd numbers comes after that. Okay. Given this numbers, we want to rearrange the elements such that all the even numbers comes to the left side of the array and all the odd numbers go to the right side of the array. Okay, we don't want to naturally sort the array. We just want to put all the even numbers to the beginning of the array and all the odd numbers to the end of the array. Okay, so what I can do, I'm just gonna copy this very quick and just want to paste it over here. Okay, let's see, and maybe I can increase the font size a little bit. A quick and easy approach for this problem could be using two-pointer approach. We can have one pointer to the beginning of the array and another pointer or right pointer to the end of the array. We can solve that. We can also use the arrays.sort method, the built-in sort method, to sort it such that all the even numbers come to the beginning or the right side of the array and all odd numbers go to the last or left side of the array. Okay, so our goal is so this is the left side of the array and we want to put all the even numbers here, and this is gonna be let's say this is gonna be the right side of the array, and we just want to put all the odd numbers here. Okay, we can use stream API to achieve this, but first let's take a look at the naive solution using two-pointer approach. Before that, I can, let's say, put some even numbers here to the beginning of the array. I just want to put 2 here, maybe 4, then 3, or also let me put one more odd number to the end of the array. Okay, I can use two-pointer approaches. So what I can do is I can define a left pointer. I'm just gonna call it L, or left pointer, pointing to the beginning of the array. I will say two variables, int L equal to 0 and uh, int R, or right pointer, equal to n minus 1, which is array size minus 1. It is going to point to the last element of the array. Okay, so once I got two pointers, I will check if the element at the left pointer is an even number. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to move it, so it is good position. I just want to leave it. Okay, I will keep looking until I find an odd number using my left pointer. I do the same with my right pointer. I keep looking from the end of the array, go down and to the beginning of the array. I keep looking until I find an odd number. If I found an even number, until I find an even number. Okay, if I find an odd number using my right pointer, so it's a good position. I don't need to move that, or I don't need to do anything. Okay, I'll say while I haven't found any odd number, I just keep looking and incrementing my left pointer. Okay, so my left pointer is initially pointing at 2. 2 is an even number. It's good. I don't need to move it or do anything. I just want to increment my left pointer, left plus plus. Left is pointing to the 4. 4 is also an even number. I don't need to do anything. I don't want to move it. It's good. Okay, next I'll say left plus plus. Left points at 3. 3 is an odd number. I found an odd number. I just want to move it to the right side of the array. At the same time, I want to do the same and keep looking from the end of the array to the beginning of the array. So I'll say right is pointing to 1, which is an odd number. It's at a good location. I don't need to move it, so I just want to decrement my right pointer. So right minus minus. Next, right is pointing to 9. 9 is also odd numbers. I don't need to do anything. It's to the left side of the right side of the array. I just want to decrement my right pointer. Okay, right minus minus. Now right pointer is pointing to an even number. So what I can do, using the left pointer, I found an odd number, and using the right pointer, I found an even number. So I can just simply swap these two numbers. Okay, what I can do, just want to swap them. So I just want to bring 10 here and just want to move 3 over there. Okay, now again I'm going to increment my left pointer. I'll say left plus plus. Left is pointing to 8. 8 is an even number. It's good. I don't want to do anything. I just want to increment my left pointer again. Now left is pointing to 5. 5 is an odd number, and I just want to do the same with my right pointer. I will decrement my right pointer. Right pointer is pointing to 6, which is an even number. I need to swap these two. So I want to swap 5 and 6. Okay, let's quickly do that. I just want to bring 6 here and just want to put 5 over there. Again, I'm going to increment my left pointer. Left is going to point to 12. 12 is good. I don't need to do anything. Again, left is going to point to 7. 7 is an odd number. I want to stop. Okay, now using the right pointer, I want to decrement that. Right is pointing here to 7. I keep doing that until my left pointer and right pointer has not met each other. Once they're equal to each other, or left pointer is less than or equal to right pointer, I just want to stop that. Okay, if they're equal, I don't want to do anything. If I swap that 7 with 7, that's good. Okay, I keep doing that until left pointer is less than right pointer. I keep doing that. Okay, so now once they meet each other, left and right meet each other, I want to exit out of the loop, and my array is sorted the way I want. So all the even numbers are to the left side of the array, and all odd numbers to the right side of the array. Okay, let's quickly open up our IDEs and let me define 2 pointers here. I will say int left equal to 0, point to the beginning of the array, and I'll say int right equal to n minus 1, which is array dot length minus 1, something like this. Okay, I got my left pointer and right pointer, and I just want to keep looking until left pointer is less than right pointer. Okay, I want to keep looking from left side of the array until I find an odd number. So okay, keep looking or move the left pointer until we find an odd number. Okay, I want to do the same with my right pointer. Move the right pointer to the left side of the array. Okay, look from the end of the array and go down to the beginning of the array until we find an even number this time. Okay, so I'll say while the element at the left pointer or array at the left pointer is mod 2 is an even number. Why? The element at left pointer mod 2 is equal to 0. In other words, when it's even number, I don't want to do anything. I just want to increment my left pointer. Left plus plus. Okay, so I found an even number to the left side of the array, and it's good. I don't want to do anything. Just increment and keep looking. I want to do the same with my right pointer. I'll say while element at the right pointer, array of right mod 2 say not equal to 0, while we have an odd number at the right side of the array. We don't want to do anything. I just want to say right minus minus. Okay, now what happens if we have, so we keep looking, what happens if we have all odd numbers here? In that time our left will exceed our right pointer, so we need to check this one also. I'll say while left is less than or less than the right pointer, and this condition is true. Okay, so we don't want to go to infinite loop. While left is less than the right and this condition is true, just increment the left pointer. Also do the same with this one. While left is less than right and this condition is true, until we haven't found an even number, just decrement the right pointer. Once we found an odd number at the left pointer and also an even number at the right pointer, we just want to swap them. Okay, let's see, swap them. But before swapping, it's a good practice to check if left is less than right. Okay, if there is still um, left is still less than right, we just want to swap that. I will say int temp equal to element at the left pointer, and I just want to assign element at the right pointer to the left pointer. I'll say array at the left equal to array at the right pointer, and also I just want to update the right pointer with the temp value. Okay, I'll say array at the right pointer equal to temp, something like this. Just want to swap that. Okay, let me zoom it out a little bit. We didn't do anything. We keep looking until left is less than right. Keep looking until we find an odd number using the left pointer. Keep looking until we find an even number using the right pointer. Once we found that, we will check if still left is less than the right. We just want to swap that, nothing else. Okay, so what I can do here, maybe I can just say s out, print the array. I'll say before sort, just want to say plus arrays dot toString of array, and here I just wanna, after the while loop, just want to print that here, maybe after sort. Let me see. See, we could easily sort the array such that all the even numbers come to the left side of the array and all the odd numbers go to the right side of the array. So how we can do that using stream APIs? Let's quickly see if we can use stream APIs. I just wanna comment out these lines of code. Okay, if I print everything is the same. Okay, I can just use arrays dot stream to get a stream of my arrays. I'll pass my array. I will say, since they are primitive type, I can use the box method to get an stream of integer, or the wrapper class for the numbers. I will say dot sorted. Okay, now if I can see it's accepting. If I press Ctrl P, it accepts a comparator. I can pass a comparator or a lambda function here, or I can do something like this. I will say comparator, my comparator, or even odd comparator, whatever you want to call it, equal to new comparator. I just want to provide an implementation for that. I will say it's going to take an object. What I can do, maybe I can give it a generic value. I just want to work with integer values. New comparator. Okay, so now it's taking two integers, o1 and o2. What I can do is I will say return o1 mod 2 minus o2 mod 2. Okay, something like this. And here I can pass my comparator, and I just want to collect it back to maybe a list or maybe to array. I just will say dot to list. Just want to collect it back to a list. Okay, just want to store it or catch it to a local variable. I'll say sorted list. We can catch it back to a list or collect it back to an array or a list. So what I can do here, maybe I just can directly print the sorted list here. Okay, or I can use the lambda function here instead of passing an implementation here. We know that the compare method accepts two integer, o1 and o2, and we just want to implement or return the modulus of them. Okay, so I can do what I can do. I will say I'll take two numbers. I will say int a and b inside the lambda function, whatever variable name you want to give it. I will say return a mod 2 minus b mod 2. Okay, let me delete that. It's going to be more simpler and precise. And now we can see we got the same output. Okay, or we can use arrays.sort method. If I, let's say, if I print the array here, if you don't want to use a stream API, we can use the arrays.sort method. Let's say after sort. Right now both output are the same, not sorted, so I can use the built-in method. I'll say arrays.sort. We can pass an array, okay, and array integer. If I pass arr, let's see what happens. Okay, if I run my code, it's going to sort the elements naturally, 3 5 6 7 8 9 naturally, but we don't want that. We want to sort it such that all the even numbers come first and all the odd numbers come at the end of the array. So okay, if we take a look at the overload of the sort method, we would have multiple overload of that. We can go and read the documentation. So I'm gonna put a comma and just press Ctrl P. Okay, if I press Ctrl P here, we can pass a comparator. I believe a comparator here, or I think that one is working with object type, since we use the box method here to change the primitive type to an object type or wrapper class. So what I can do, let's quickly maybe I can define an integer, an object or reference type instead of primitive type. Let's see, if I say Control P here, now we can see we can pass a comparator here. Okay, a nullable comparator. I can just pass my comparator here, something like this. I will say get two numbers and just return the mod of each two number. Okay, now our array is sorted such that all the even numbers come at the beginning and all the odd numbers go at the end of the array. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. So these are the different ways we can use to sort element such that all the even numbers come first and odd numbers go second. Okay, either you can use arrays.sort method, or you can use the stream API, or you can use the two-pointer approach. Okay, whichever you want to use.